I'm excited about this podcast because this episode, we, Eddie and I, two comedians, are going to talk a lot about stand-up comedy. That's never been done in podcast form. Tosh Show. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show. Good morning. T-Bone's at the wheel. Welcome to Tosh Show. Was that my horn?
Yeah, it's your horn, but you're inside the cab, so it doesn't sound
like I was in a ferry boat.
It could sound like a fart.
There's two types of people in this world. There's the sane and the insane. People that wear hats the right way and people that wear hats the wrong way.
What's the wrong way?
The wrong way is complex.
Okay.
You know, some would say, oh, wearing it backwards is wrong. Some would say if you have the brim not bent. Some would say if you do that bend of the brim where you put a crease in it. I don't really care. That's just your own personal style. Where I draw the line is anyone that tucks their ears into their hat, that wears the hat low and their ears are tucked in. Now, I don't know if this is a self-conscious thing and their ears stick out, or if it's just their head is so small on top that the hat rests. You look like a fucking monster.
You're an insane person. You're right.
I don't care if it's a 5-year-old or a 90-year-old. You cannot tuck your ears into your hat. Know that the second you walk by me, my day is ruined. Because I'm like, why is that person doing that? Why are their ears in? What a horrible feeling.
Think they think they're faster?
I think they're doing it for a vanity reason, is my guess. Or that their head is too small. I don't know, but you just can't do it. Somebody has to tell you, oh, no, you can't tuck your ears in. Ears aren't meant to be tucked into a hat. You can tuck your hair behind your ears, sure, but you don't tuck your ears into things. That's like not using your pockets on your pants and just putting your hands in your pants. Oh, no, I just put my hands in my pants. It's warmer that way.
Yeah, Al Bundy.
If you're someone that tucks their ears into a hat, then just stick with beanies. That's what beanies were designed for.
Right.
Unless you're Edibisi from Oz, who just like to wear it on the top of his head.
Rolled up on the sides.
Just rolled up on the sides of the top, which is kind of cool. I do that occasionally.
Yeah.
Oh, I know people right now that aren't entertained by this. Like, well, why would I want to see Daniel perform live when I don't find him funny when he's ranting? Oh, okay. That's a fair point. But when I'm on stage, it's just polished material, tried and true, hit after hit. Grand slam after grand slam. The guffawing doesn't stop from the moment I touch the stage till the moment I'm in my bus leaving your godforsaken hellhole of a town. Now, this tour coming up, I'm going everywhere. And some of you are probably like, well, I hope he's coming to my town, but I doubt it. Because maybe you don't live in a big market. Well, guess what? I'm hitting third and fourth tier markets.
All of them.
Some of them don't even have a tier. How come when people talk about America being the greatest country in the world, have never flipped through a travel and leisure magazine where quality of life, we're always ranked in the mid-20s? I've never seen America above 22. You're telling me we're the greatest country in the world. Well, I can't wait to get on this tour, Eddie. Are you excited?
I'm totally excited about this tour.
But you're probably dying to know where we're going to be at so that you can get a ticket and get there. Sit in the front row with your dumb ears tucked into your hat. All right, here you go. Enjoy. Tosh Show. Fellas, want to look sharp when you meet the family this holiday? Well, you got to check out our friends over at Chubby's. From family dinners to holiday parties, Chubby's has you covered so you can focus on being yourself and letting the good vibes roll. Their stuff is so comfy, it should come with a warning label. As the temps drop and the weather gets grim, their flannels, pullovers, and quarter zips keep you warm, stylish, and ready for anything. From freezing your tail off at the football game to crushing donuts at the pumpkin patch to holding court around the bonfire. What did Carrie pick out for me from Chubby's? I don't know how to shop for myself. She got me some shorts and some flamingo swim trunks. Oh, I love flamingos. For a limited time, Chubby's is giving our listeners 20% off your purchase at Chubby's with the promo code Tosh at checkout. But if it's Black Friday, skip the code and take advantage of an even bigger markdown during their exclusive Black Friday sale. Just head to chubbysshorts.com. Make sure to support our show and tell them we sent you. Whether you're shopping for a bro, CEO, daddy, activist, or someone who lights their farts on fire, give the gift that refuses to pick a lane. The Tushy Bidet. Eddie, did you write that?
Nope.
That's what Tushy actually wanted me to say?
Yep.
Oh, they are wild. Every Tushy Bidet easily attached to your existing toilet without the need for additional plumbing. Installation is simple and takes about 10 minutes to complete. You guys know I love bidets. Eddie, you got a Tushy?
Yeah.
Yours got hot water?
No, I haven't hooked up.
No, it doesn't. They're even better now with more features like a built-in air dryer. The new one is called the Tushy Wave. It instantly modernizes your daily routine and bathroom with a super sleek seat plus 2 separate front and rear nozzles for the most complete clean. Remember, a-hole is only a naughty word if you wipe. For a limited time, our listeners get 10% off their first bidet order when using code TOSH at checkout. That's 10% off your first bidet order at hellotushy.com with promo code TOSH. Tosh Show! All right, Eddie, it's time to go over the tour. Bunch of road dogs. This is going to be a stand-up podcast like no other stand-up comedy podcast. We are going to talk a lot about stand-up comedy. I asked you, my fans, to come up with a name for my 2026 tour, and you did not disappoint. I also floated the idea that whoever came up with the winning title would be handsomely rewarded with 4 free tickets to any show that they wanted to go to on the tour, if there was availability. Like, I'm not going to give you, if it's sold out, it's sold out.
Yep.
You got to pick a different market, a market where I don't sell so well. Now, before we get into your suggestions, I want you to know that Eddie and I had come up with a name for the tour. It was going to be called Where Am I Again? Tour, which I was lukewarm at best at. But the Tosh team was like creating graphics for it. I'm like, why don't we just ask the fans to see if they can come up with something better? And sure enough, they did. But we had other names.
Yep.
I wanted to call it the Bougie Bitch Tour, which my agent, Stacy Mark, partner at William Morris Endeavor, vetoed because she said some markets wouldn't print tickets that said Bougie Bitch on it. So that was a no. That was also a possible name. I also liked what tour? The World Tour, which I thought was hysterical. That's a play on Justin Timberlake's famous DUI arrest, where, you know, and you shouldn't make fun of someone being arrested for a DUI, but his was so funny.
Yeah.
And it's also a little dated, so they didn't want to do it. They thought it was too confusing. Eddie had some good ideas too.
I liked a night of comedy and illusions.
Right. A night of comedy and illusions. The problem with that one, legally, is that we don't do any illusions.
Right.
And there would be some people that are like, oh, I don't care for his comedy, but I had no idea that he dabbled in the dark arts.
Right. They show up and they're sad.
Yeah. The other one that I liked was my stateside Saudi Arabian cash grab. The problem with my stateside Saudi Arabian cash grab, beside it not really being accurate, is it's just clunky. The title's clunky. But I do like that a lot of comics did that. I'm just trying to think of what number I could be offered to go to Saudi Arabia. And I don't think there is a number. I'm like, I don't want to.
It's just that you travel. I don't want to go to Saudi Arabia.
And I know a lot of these guys have more money than me. So they wanted to on some level. That's just, money's just not my motivator. Like a harem of women or something like that back in the day.
Yeah.
That could have maybe got me off the couch. What about for $1 trillion? Well, then if the number was so ridiculous, I'd be like, no, something awful is going to happen to me.
Nobody pays us that much.
Right. I'm not worth that. So they're going to do something bad to me, make a statement out of me. What do you got?
Stubborn BM tour?
Great idea, Ed, but it's not going to fly. That's not what I'm known for. I'm a loose stool kind of man. I tell you who should sponsor this tour. Some gut health.
Yes.
Or some Imodium, some Pepto-Bismol. Somebody like that should sponsor this tour. Wrap our bus in that pink juice.
Yep. The whole goal is not to shit on the bus.
No,
Help us.
Not if this was our sponsor. If this was our sponsor, we wouldn't have to worry about it.
Right.
We wouldn't be pulling a Dave Matthews Band.
Nope.
And letting the crapper out over a bridge.
Chicago.
Was that Dave?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Dave. Dave. That's a good story.
Yeah.
That is a good
Emptying the shitter in Chicago.
right into their river.
Especially who it is.
I pitch Just Shoot Me, in parentheses, not the David Spade Show tour.
A lot of things going on in that one.
Yeah, well, it's kind of funny because you're like, oh, I don't, you're playing in places where you think maybe you wouldn't want to be. And then the current climate in this country is a bit scary.
Right.
It had a lot of layers, I thought. But anyway, David Spade's attorneys said no. Speaking of attorneys, I asked, I wanted to do the best of Jim Gaffigan. And I thought that he would sign off on this and let me call my tour the Best of Jim Gaffigan tour. It's just a funny thing. Obviously, it's not going to be Jim Gaffigan. It's me. But again, my agent didn't like it. Sorry, I cut you. What did you have, Ed?
All roads lead to Dollywood.
That's not a bad tour name. Because that's actually what this tour is about. It's about getting me back to Dollywood. I talk about Dollywood all the time. By the way, I'm going to take credit for it, even though I'll never be given this credit, though. I put Dollywood back on the map a few years ago when I started talking so glowingly about it. It's just the best family amusement park in this country by 10 miles. By the way, if you see 2 tour buses pulling up to Dollywood, that's probably going to be like Dolly Parton or somebody really important. But if you see a rickety RV, that's Ed and I. Honk if you're horny. So none of those tour titles worked.
Right.
Whether the whole team has to say yes. Everybody gets a vote, and it has to be unanimous. So none of those work. So now we turned it over to the fans. Ed, you're going to let me hear what some of the fans, some of the better picks from the fans.
The I'd Rather Be Anywhere Else tour.
Oh, all right. We kind of did a version of that. That's not nice. We don't need that.
Tosh Tour 2026.
That's honestly not bad. We ought to give that person something.
The podcast isn't paying the bills tour.
That's not true. This podcast pays some of the bills, the smaller ones. My yearly nut would make your heads explode.
The Pull Over Here tour.
No, it's a cardigan. But thank you for noticing.
We Welcome You tour.
That's inside pod baseball.
First Farewell tour.
Bingo.
There we go.
Hit the sirens. That's our winner. Good job. I mean, we're going to tweak it. Let's call it my First Farewell tour.
There you go. Make it
Clean.
yours.
Everybody gets it. Get this guy on the horn.
Let's call him.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey,
Thanks for naming my tour.
no problem. Happy to do so.
Yeah, it's clean, it's simple. I'm changing it slightly. I'm going to put my First Farewell tour, but good job.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, it just popped in my head real quick.
Uh-huh. Well, how old are you?
I'm 38.
Okay, good. You can go to any show you want next year in 2026. Where do you live?
San Diego.
No, I'm not performing in San Diego. That's not going to work.
All right. My family lives in LA area, so I'm sure I can find.
I'm not performing in LA area. How about Vegas? You want to come to Vegas? You come to Vegas.
Vegas sounds great.
You pick a show. I got quite a few performances in Vegas, but anywhere. You look at the calendar, say, hey, maybe I want to go to Montreal. Head over to Montreal. We'll get you half off on a Courtyard Marriott.
All right. Montreal is a beautiful city. It's awesome.
Anyway, you're staring at the schedule. There's over 60 cities. You pick a city, or maybe you pick 4 cities and you go to each one by yourself. That's also a possibility. All right, Ryan, thanks for naming the tour, and we'll get you tickets if you want them.
Sounds awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, buddy. I don't think Ryan's going to show up to any of these dates.
I hope he does.
You know what we should do? Let him scalp 4 tickets.
Oh, yeah.
He should wait to see which shows are selling the best, then get 4 tickets to whichever market is the hottest, and then he should just scalp them.
I think you're the only artist advocating for that. That's good.
If I had my druthers, Eddie,
Okay.
I would want every show to sell out and then no one show up. And I would still do my set, but I just wouldn't have the distraction of an audience. Their energy always brings me down.
Oh.
People are probably, how did you pick these cities? And I'll tell you how my agent does it, Stacy Mark. She spins a globe and she just starts pointing, and whenever it stops, that's where that'll be a good spot.
Her assistant writes it down real fast.
Then it's about availability. There has to be a theater in the market, and then the next town over has to have availability. And more annoying than that is you perform in a city, and then I get an email 3 weeks later, hey, when are you going to be in Nashville? I'm like, I was just in Nashville 3 weeks ago, man. Oh, I didn't hear about it. Well, who's that on?
On them.
That's not on me.
Nope.
I mean, I guess it is. I guess I should pay more for marketing, but I don't want to. Some people found out about it.
Are these the towns you wanted to be booked in?
Absolutely not. How can I ask to be booked in a place that I've never even heard of? You're probably listening right now thinking, there's no way that I'm going to be performing anywhere near you. And you'd be wrong, because Eddie and I are going to come to your depressing town and fill it with joy and light.
Yes, like that.
Yeah.
Where are we starting?
Portland. War-torn Portland. We will be performing comedy as a form of relief aid to hipster refugees affected by unicycle and juggling curfews.
It's nice to do.
Someone has to.
Right.
Then we're going to go up to Seattle.
Yes.
Oh, sure. Don't get more excited for Seattle than Portland. That's what everybody in Portland, that's why Portland's got a chip on their shoulder. Everybody's always like, oh, you're going to Seattle. Well, right. I'm going to Portland first.
I did it.
You know, work the kinks out of the act, and then I'll be ready to shine for Seattle. Then I go to Bellingham, where I'm on my best behavior. Then we jump over the border. This thing's international, to Vancouver. Okay? Yeah. I might go up to Whistler, get a few runs in. You going to ski with me?
Yeah, I'm bringing some skis then.
All right.
Are we sneaking into Canada?
No, sir.
Okay.
We're going to have documents.
Yes.
We're going to pay taxes in Canada. We're going to do the whole thing. We're going to apologize for our behavior as Americans. Tell them that, hey, we love you guys. It's the Mexicans that drive us batty.
It's just...
We're going to Iowa. We're doing 2 nights there in Ames and Davenport. Those are the big 2.
Yep.
The big 2 in Iowa. Although one of them is called the Quad Cities. Ironically, Quad City DJs, not from there. They're from Jacksonville. You know, one time I was performing in Ames. Maybe it wasn't Ames. I don't know where it was. It was somewhere in Iowa. And I was a very young comedian. And I was staying in a 5 Seasons hotel. I shouldn't say like there's multiple. I think it was the only location. It was called 5 Seasons Hotel. But I didn't know any better.
Right.
And I called my manager, Colleen, at the time. And I said, hey, I'm at a 5 Seasons. And she's like, what's that? And I'm like, it's like the fanciest hotel there is. And she's like, do you mean 4 Seasons? And I'm like, no, this one's better. It's and I literally didn't know. I thought it was, that was the one. That was the nice hotel people talked about, was the 5 Seasons. Then Peoria, Illinois. Now there's a saying, will it play in Peoria? And I guess what that means is this city is so pedestrian and vanilla that if you can do a joke here and these run-of-the-mill folk will laugh, it'll work anywhere.
Good litmus test.
I know that Caterpillar's headquartered there. Caterpillar, do the right thing and get me a ride-on snowblower so I can help my neighbors out in Tahoe, just plowing some sidewalks, etc. Then I'm off to STL MO314, St. Louis, my old hometown. Maybe I'll pop into my old elementary school, Crestwood Elementary School. Go see if Mr. Montgomery is still teaching 5th grade. I remember he used to take the desk. It was a desk that was attached to a chair,
right,
and you could open up here, and he would walk up to you if you were misbehaving and pick up the whole desk with you in the chair and carry you out of his classroom and slam you into the hallway onto the floor.
It's like the Hulk.
Like, yes, he can't still be doing that. Now, the way I painted that picture, it sounded like he was abusive, which I'm sure if he did any of those antics today,
right,
that'd get you canned. But back in the mid 80s, early 80s, 1983, when Ozzie Smith was doing backflips and E.T. McGee, who hated that nickname, was winning the World Series for the Cardinals. The heat is on. That was the song for the 83 team, whatever. I'm sure back then it was fine, but I remember going, whoa, this teacher is intense.
Yeah.
But I also remember making out with Chris Mariani at recess until what's his name came back. I think it was Randy. By the way, if anybody there knows Ricky Baumhart, have him come to my show. This was my true best friend from like 5th and 6th grade, and I loved this guy, and I'd love to talk to him again. Then we're heading over to Evansville, Indiana, Lexington, Kentucky, then back to Bloomington, Indiana, because, again, my agent Stacy has fucking never seen a map.
Then we're out for 3 nights in beautiful Ohio.
We start in Cincinnati, which, don't you think, Cincinnati, we should just give Kentucky Cincinnati? Then Kentucky can have something besides Lexington and Louisville. Yeah. They can have Cincinnati. Their airport's already in Kentucky. It's cleaner. There's too many C cities in Ohio already. Columbus, Cleveland. That's fine. We're not going to any of those cities, by the way. But then we go to Akron, home of the greatest basketball player of all time, Wardell Stephen Curry. Old Del Curry's son. Not the other one that looks kind of funny looking, who's married to Doc Rivers' daughter. I'm talking about Wardell. You know, we also go to Toledo.
Mm-hmm.
You like Toledo?
I've been there once.
You've only been to Toledo one time. Let me tell you, you're missing out. Toledo's a gem.
Uh-huh.
It's like Tacoma in Washington, where it's like, why the fuck do you guys live here when there's other great cities nearby? That's how I feel about Toledo. But the other great cities are just slightly less shitty. Toledo's bad. Oh, it's bad. You know it's bad, Toledo. And I'm not going to sit here and act like it's a great city. I want you to come out and support me, okay? But the city's bad. It's
if
bad.
If you pretend it's nice, they can't trust you.
No. All right, I can't say it's... the people could be fine,
right?
But I'm talking about just what actually... The city itself, bad. Thankfully, after Toledo, we get to go to a thriving metropolis in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Grand Rapids.
You ever go tubing in Grand Rapids?
Haven't gone tubing.
Those are Cat 6 rapids. I don't even know if there are actual rapids in Grand Rapids. So we can all learn something. Then we're bopping over to the godless country, the Northeast.
Heretics.
Heading off to Wellingford, Connecticut. I just know that Wellingford, are they Yankee fans or are they Boston Red Sox fans? That's usually how I can tell where I'm at in a Connecticut town. And then we do go to Boston, where that's just diehard Mets fans.
Diehard.
Oh, they love the Mets. Then after Boston, we're heading on down to Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, home of my longtime manager, Christy Smith of Glow Management. She is formerly one of the hardest working women in show business.
Formerly?
She used to hustle, let me tell you. Just off the charts. And she got married a year or so ago. I'm going to be honest, lost a little bit of the drive.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But yeah, she's not in the clubs every night. She goes to bed earlier. When you call her on the phone, you have to ask her about how's it going. what's going on in your world. Things have changed for the better, for her better.
Right.
Not for my career. No, absolutely not. I'm in a closet fucking doing a whole podcast about my tour. By the way, Christy, I have yet to buy her a wedding gift. Now, you have 1 year after the wedding date to buy someone a wedding gift. That date has come and gone.
Right.
I'm still on the hook. And I know what I'm going to do. I just haven't done it yet. And Pete can attest, when I buy a gift that's thoughtful, people like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You using that Chaise Lounge, Pete?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're using it. Then we're going to Pittsburgh. I do like Pittsburgh. You know, they're always in the top 10 of best cities to raise a family. And I'll appreciate it for the 24 hours that I'm there.
Mm-hmm. I could see this working.
I'm going to raise my family for the 24 hours that we're in Pittsburgh. I think they'll get a little more bang for their buck than they do the next day when we're in Hershey, because Hershey doesn't make those lists. We're going to head on down the Hershey Highway, get to Hershey, Pennsylvania, where the fans can shower me with those gross Hershey kisses. I'll tell you what I like over Hershey Kisses, if the fans in Hershey want to bring me some of those Justin's. You know what I mean? Dark chocolate Justin's peanut butter cups.
That's a good peanut butter cup.
That'd be nice in Hershey. I'd like that. How far is it? We got to drive from Hershey over to Baltimore?
Baltimore.
Baltimore does two things: crab cakes and football.
Num, 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 num.
Was that Luke Wilson or Owen? That's Owen.
Luke, right? Owen?
Wedding Crashers.
Owen, yeah, Owen Wilson.
Wedding was Owen, and that was Num 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 Num.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Wedding Crashers?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was Bradley Cooper.
Right.
You don't even know what the impression is you're
Well, I
doing?
know the impression.
Okay. Well, that was Bradley Cooper, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and it was Owen Wilson. Luke Wilson, his brother, has a new AT&T commercial. It's the most depressing shit I've ever
Thank you.
fucking seen for 30 seconds. Luke just walking down a dirt road with binoculars like some fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
I'll interview Luke if he wants to just come on the podcast and just talk about being sad. After Baltimore, quick stone's throw to our nation's capital, the District of Columbia, and we're going to get to the bottom of everything that's going wrong in this country.
Wow.
We're going to talk politics on that stage. We're in D.C. for a couple nights. That'll be fun. And people, you know, they worry sometimes about my politics bleeding through to my comedy act. My comedy act is hysterical, politics aside. But for the record, and I'm not afraid to discuss this on stage or here, I am a Republican, okay? I'm a huge Republican. And the two issues I care about are I want LGBTQ plus rights and I care very much about them, and I care about women's reproductive rights. I want abortion legal everywhere, safe legal abortions at any time for any reason.
Very
Okay.
conservative.
Well, listen, I know that doesn't always align with Republicans, but those are my two big issues. And as long as you know, both of those issues you line up with, then you'll get my vote. But don't get me started on these Democrats.
Yeah, let's move on.
Ugh. And then after D.C., we're going to have to wash off the disgust of our nation's capital and the dust and debris from what I'm guessing will be a youth hostel for up-and-coming models. But after we get out of there, we'll take a bath and we'll go to Atlantic City, where all is right. And then after Atlantic City, we're going to the Big Apple, New York, not the city, the state. Can you call the state the Big Apple? I do. We're going to go to our top 4 favorite cities in New York, which are, in order, Port Chester, Kingston, Huntington, and Syracuse.
There you go.
Syracuse, dinosaur barbecue, okay? Clean out your shitter. Tosh is going for some big family platter.
You got the big ass pork plate over there.
They got a pork plate so big that it tips over your car when you put it on the little tray on the side of the
Goes
window.
right over.
I used to laugh hysterically every time I saw that on the Flintstones.
Every time. You know it's coming, you're still laughing.
That's too big that slab of ribs is too big.
Gonna go over, man.
But after we finish up in New York, we leave the country. Okay, we're going to Canada. We're doing Windsor, Toronto, Ottawa, and Montreal. Montreal is the city where it all started for me. 6 years after I started.
Oh, yeah. New faces?
Yeah. You and I have history there.
Yeah.
We used to hang out as young bucks. I went backstage for your gala performance, which was televised for the Just for Laughs festival. Now Just for Laughs is a thing of the past, dead and gone.
Right.
This will be our own Just for Laughs.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go and do like some street hijinks.
Like stupid noises.
Uh-huh.
It's like, I wouldn't go to the festival either if I'm seeing this on TV.
All right. So officially, we are not going to Halifax unless that changes. As you may or may not know, Nova Scotia is known for having the kindest people on the planet. And I did a show in 2015. I did a couple shows in 2015 in Halifax. And I did it at the Rebecca Cohen Auditorium at the Dalhousie University. Even back then, there was like a little bit of pushback for me to do the show because I had some controversy about some remarks that I allegedly made. Regardless, 2025, I'm like, oh, let's do a show in Halifax. They said no.
Wow.
They won't let me perform there. I want the people of Nova Scotia to know I want to be there. I want to do a show. I respect the board that says yes or no to who performs at your venue, but your venue said no to me. I'm like, have you listened to what my comedy has become? This is, what those alt-right guys keep whining about. Oh, the woke police is coming for you. And well, they got me in one market.
It's one that you want to go to, which makes it hurt.
You want me to tell you a true story about Halifax show? When I performed there in 2015, there was a house. I was looking to stay in a house, not a hotel by the theater. I randomly found a house, and we found the owner of the house that was this beautiful, modern, contemporary home on, some sound, some whatever. It was on the water, and there was a gay couple, an older gay couple that lived there, and we're like, oh, our place isn't for rent, and they were like, but we were like looking to rent, and they basically said, well, do you want to rent our house? I'm like, yes, and they said, okay, we'll just give us money for a hotel. They went and stayed at a hotel downtown for the few days that I was in Halifax, and I stayed in their lovely home.
That's amazing.
I had dogs and stuff like that. It was just, I couldn't wrap my head around why they said yes, but I was so thankful that they did. I have photos of it. I parked my bus out front. Yeah, I just can't imagine somebody saying, hey, you live here. Can I rent your house for a few days? And they didn't gouge me. They could have gouged us. They didn't.
Well, like you said, the nicest people in the world.
They are the nicest people in the world. But now I'm not allowed to go back, which I kind of think is funny. If somebody can override it, listen, forgive and forget. I'll take the show. I'll do a show for you. So that's the end of my Canada leg. Tosh Show. You guys hear that sound? That's the Shopify news sale sound, which means someone just made a sale. It also means I'm about to talk about why you should be using Shopify for your online business. Shopify has hundreds of templates to help you build an online store to match your brand's style. Yeah, what is this templates? Means you won't have to write code to build your website that will be full of bugs and a security nightmare because Shopify has already done the work, so you can just pick a style you like, then start raking in the cash. You don't have to negotiate with hackers from Russia how to get your store back. No, Shopify, they will handle it. And if you have any questions, Shopify is around to share advice 24/7 with their award-winning customer support. I bet it doesn't even have to be about your business. I bet you can call them up, ask them about anything, and they will help you out. Well, they're award-winning. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/Tosh. Go to shopify.com/Tosh. Shopify.com/Tosh. There are two things I love more than anything in this world: watching sports and sleeping. Well, now there's a third thing, because I also love Lola blankets. The moment you feel one, you'll know why they have over 10,000 five-star reviews. That's a lot of five-star reviews. How do you know Lola blankets are the real deal? Because you have never seen me regift one to a guest. Go ahead. Watch back all 3 seasons. Pause this ad right now and go watch them. I'll wait. If it were up to me, I would buy everyone listening and watching right now a Lola blanket. But it's not up to me, so I will not. Give the gift of softness this holiday season with Lola blankets. For a limited time, our listeners are getting a huge, wait for it, 40% off their entire order at lolablankets.com by using code TOSH at checkout. Just head to lolablankets.com and use code TOSH for 40% off. After you purchase, they will ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Going online without ExpressVPN is like driving a car without a seatbelt. A VPN is something everybody needs so hackers can't gain control of your computer when you connect to an unencrypted network. ExpressVPN is easy to use. Just fire up the app, click one button, and boom, you're protected. And it works on all your devices, phones, tablets, laptops, so you can stay secure on the go. I know what you're thinking, Daniel, it sounds easy to use, but is it good? Oh, it's rated number 1 by top tech reviewers like CNET and The Verge. So yeah, I'd say it's good. I use it so hackers can't track where I'm looking to purchase real estate, then inflate the price. Secure your online data today by visiting expressvpn.com/Tosh. That's expressvpn.com/Tosh to find out how you can get up to 4 extra months. expressvpn.com/Tosh. Tosh Show. Then I jump back down to where my roots are from. Cracker Barrel country. Okay? The dirty. We're starting off in Pensacola, Florida.
Wow.
The Panhandle. You know what I do when I'm in the Panhandle?
What do you do there?
Skimboard. Yeah, you skimboard on the Gulf.
I feel like there's no way my body would work like that.
Oh, you're going to skimboard with me.
Uh-oh.
There's also a boat somewhere around the Panhandle. I got to find it that will ride really close to shore and make this perfect wave that you can surf for like an infinite amount of time.
Wow.
Yeah, I might want to do that too. Then we're leaving the Panhandle, getting into Alabama, going to hit Montgomery and Birmingham.
Roll Tide.
War Eagle.
Ooh.
Oh, see that? There's going to be war there for sure. I wish we were doing a show in Huntsville. Huntsville, you know, you poo-poo on Alabama. Huntsville, Alabama might be one of the greatest cities in the South. Just the people are delightful. After Alabama, get over to Georgia, doing Athens. What else?
Macon.
Oh, man. I haven't been to Macon since the Comedy House Theater days. It was bad. I was getting $250 for like 20 shows.
That sounds like a Comedy Zone.
No, that was Comedy House Theater. Macon is home to the world famous Nothing. Huh? Gotcha. You thought there's going to be something there? Evans I actually like.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever actually spent time in Evans, but I've spent time in Augusta. And I know Pete, big golf fan, is dying to get one of those egg salad sandwiches from Augusta.
You bringing your sticks?
Yeah. I'm going to let the big dog eat. You think they'll let me Happy Gilmore the shit out of it on the first tee?
Why not?
Well,
I mean, you do it, and if they don't, it's already done.
This tour isn't over. We go to Wilmington, then Fayetteville, North Carolina, then off to Spartanburg, South Carolina, then back to Asheville, North Carolina, because I can only guess Stacy, my agent, is putting me on a reality prank show. Just like, okay, we took a top Hollywood agent and she's going to book all of her clients in the most random places in no particular order. Let's see which client fires her first. The whole point of this tour, though, is to end in Dollywood. Get me to Pigeon Forge, I say, for that sweet cinnamon toast. Did you know that Pigeon Forge is famous for cinnamon toast?
No idea.
There's a few spots there where you can pick up some pretty great cinnamon toast.
Sounds great.
That's a lot of places. Hopefully we add a few more, but I need you guys to do your job. Now, what's your job? Come see me. But don't just come to the show, okay? Tell me first what restaurants to eat at. I don't like chains. Tell me a good bakery in town, a great pizza spot, and also join me there. Look for me around lunchtime at one of the best restaurant options.
I mean,
Okay?
That's the
Come in, eat with me. I'll pay for your meal. Not all of you, but some of you, especially if you show me that you bought a ticket. You bought a ticket to my show, maybe I'll pick up your lunch. If we're at a dessert place, get your own dessert. I'm not picking up your dessert. Here's another thing I want. In every city that we perform, I would like the mayor to come out, meet us, Eddie,
okay.
and give you the key to the city. I want Eddie to walk around with just a like carrot top size keychain with just all these small market city keys on it.
Be amazing.
That'd be great. That's the least you can do for Eddie.
I'm locking up Toledo.
All right. Hope to see you guys in your neck of the woods. Tosh Show. All right, Carl. We're doing it. My first farewell tour. You're coming. What city are you most looking forward to performing in? And are you working on new material? Good to know. All right. My first farewell tour is on sale. If it asks for a code, just type in Tosh. That's usually always what the code is. By the way, you can buy tickets to the show and not show up.
Yeah, you're right.
Because those tickets, if you don't use them, you can use them at any other comedy show. Good for any other comedy show up to 6 years.
Really? Anybody else comes in?
I don't know. I've never looked into that. I'm just so glad we're doing this tour now that America's fixed and everyone has got tons of extra money laying around.
Yeah, it's a good time to hit.
I don't want to be completely selfish. This episode has been all about our tour. Let's change gears for a moment. We need to find love for my wife's cousin Amanda, aka Panda, a new family member for me, hopefully.
Yes.
If they fall in love, get married, and have plenty of children. You got some new voicemails, Eddie?
Yep.
Hey, Daniel. Moderate fan of the show here. My name's also Daniel, actually, but I assume you're a guy that doesn't want another Daniel in the family. So I would be willing to legally change my name if that's needed. I was thinking maybe something Hispanic.
Okay.
6'1", 175, early 20s, late 30s. Technically married, but it's a non-issue. I do have 3 kids already, so I seems that my seed is quite potent. I'm a big fan of Brickleberry, so I guess that makes me outdoorsy. So yeah, I would love to date your mom.
Oh, this guy likes Brickleberry, so I'm torn. I don't know, Carl. What do you think? Should we let him have a run at my mom?
Let's play another one.
Okay, let's hear what else you got.
Hey, big bro, call me back. I'm excited to Amanda and watch sports with you, bud.
Bud. I like him. I like that guy. I like that he censored himself by hitting a button on his phone to bleep out what he was going to do to Panda.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That guy's pretty good.
And you're going to watch sports together.
Yeah, we're going to watch sports together. Well,
He gets it.
see you next week. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for